2024 left.
I'm honestly so fucking pumped.
There's gonna be a lot of shit that happens this year.
I'm not pumped in the sense of like I am anticipating that the amount of like shock and grief and fear it might be a lot like to handle, because remember us all waking up. There's like a shock factor to it where suddenly you're like, holy shit, like what is going on? And you go down into that rabbit hole and like you get fucked up in the head a little bit because you're like, this is dark, dude. Like, this is some dark stuff. So I'm not so excited for that, but I am so fucking pumped because I know that the worse it looks out there, that means the closer we are to New Earth. That's all I can look at it as.
Yeah.
The worse it gets, the better it's going to be.
Yeah, the better the better things are going to happen. I feel like we're going to be in this pressure cooker for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. My personal prediction is that the event is going to take place next year. I don't feel like I'm going to say early 2025 is going to be the event. We're going to have the build up to that. We're going to have chaos. Like, I feel like they are going to try to start chaos before the elections. Things are going to all be popping off. We'll have the event. Like I said, very early.
What do you feel like the event is? Obviously, it's internal to then external, but like,
I feel like it's some major leg of society crumbling.
Okay.
Some type of leg. Like, I don't want, like, it could be financial, it could be political, it could be disclosure. We could already be there by 2025.
Yeah.
Now that I see with the solar flares, I feel like solar flash is in a possibility,
Definitely
not
possible.
what people think that it's going to be, but a large internal upgrade of something. I really don't, I know we'll know what the event is, but I can't say that I go back and forth all the time of what I think it's going to be, and I don't know. And then I feel by 2026, after the event and everything and the transition happens, I feel by 2026, that, I mean, who knows? I mean, with Mom, it could go faster. She could they could come back next year, but I really feel like by early 2026, we're going to start the process for first contact. I feel latest. And by 2027, when we change incarnation crosses in February 2027, we will be at the point we need to be at to enter that new age.
Yeah, I feel we're definitely going to be hitting these milestones when we need to hit them.
Yeah.
We definitely got off track a bit and they delayed, but there's never really off track, Mom always, you can flip it to work for the higher, but there definitely, you could tell there was a lot of delay tactics that went on between 2020 and now. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, okay, we had the delay tactics and now we're like back on the accelerated track. So, I mean, I vibe with that. I definitely feel between this year and next year will be the complete kind of crumbling of what we say is the old world. Mm-hmm. And then we need to start transitioning into creating the new. And that will lead us to be able to have that first contact so that we can have the assistance with whatever the fuck we need assistance with at that point. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's kind of exciting, tumultuous, but exciting.
It's exciting. I mean, at least, I would rather it take longer with least chaos. And I'm glad Mom did that. And I feel like the delays we felt and I've always felt this since Mom left, is that and even her, I don't think the Galactics ever wanted, because she was down here in so much pain, they never wanted to tell her how rough it was with the astral plane, which would be 4D. I feel like they've had a lot of, I just don't feel like they realized how bad it was, the dark energy that stays in that plane and then manifests into the 3D reality. I feel like until Mom was back on the other side, coherent, healed, ready to go, then they had to break it down and be like, it's bad. There's a lot of shit we got to do. And Mom obviously got right to work. Yeah. But I've always felt that way of it was urgent, not only for down here with the Ascension and Mom's mission was urgent, but why the process was sped up and how the Galactics couldn't delay her leaving her vessel, the Ascension overall, was because things were dire on the other side. They started to